Good morning, good morning, good morning. You are you are here today again with Miss Ronnie. Most of y'all know me by Miss Rhonda because of the popcorn, but this is separate from the popcorn. Really, I'm trying to make it separate from the popcorn. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm Miss Ronnie with for Real Talk for Real Life. Miss Ronnie, that's how you find me, right? Miss Ronnie. But I've changed the name, so in the future, just look for Miss Ronnie right now, ms.ronnie, R-O-N-N-I-E, or you can type in Real Talk, the number 4, Real Life, all one word, okay, in the YouTube. But in the future, it's going to be Miss Ronnie Rides, okay? No capitals, no spaces. Miss Ronnie Rides. That's going to be in a couple of days. I've applied to change it. So hopefully it'll change in a couple of days. Miss Ronnie Rides. M-S-R-O-N-N-I-E-S. Ronnie Rides. Because most of the time I'm in my car riding. And don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. I don't want to hear nothing about me riding and driving or recording in my car. Sometimes I'm not riding. Sometimes I'm not driving. I'm just in my car. But don't you say nothing. So good morning. Hit the subscribe channel before we get started. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notifications bell so that you can get the update notification when I upload another video. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. God bless you. Okay, so today I want to talk about blacks in America. Blacks in America. This is gonna be a hard one, y'all. So y'all just stay tuned. This is gonna be a hard one. Blacks in America. How do y'all think we have fared in America so far after all of these years, hundreds of years, after emancipation, after Jim Crow, after all of the stuff with the vagrancy laws and stuff that they passed after the slaves, our ancestors, God rest their soul, were set free. So supposedly, anyway. How do y'all think black people are faring in America, especially when you compare black Americans to other races? How do y'all feel like we are do y'all think that we're all on equal standing? I think not. Do y'all think we get the same treatment? Do y'all think that it's fair across the board? Do y'all think that do y'all believe we have the same opportunities and the same? Do y'all think we have the same opportunities and we get extended the same? Do y'all think that we have to, everybody has the opportunity to be on the same playing level? Not playing level, but for lack of a better word, do y'all think that we all have the same level of opportunities? We're all on the same playing level, as far as opportunities and stuff. Because I want to know what y'all think. Do you think white people in America, from the older generation to the generation, my age group, which I'm 55, do y'all think that it's Do y'all think it's unacceptable to, you know, to voice the negative things about America from the black point of view? Do y'all think we should be, you know, have that freedom to voice, you know, the negative things about America, you know, based on our own experience? You know, do y'all feel like that it shouldn't be an issue, you know, with anybody? You know, do y'all think like okay, let me give you an example. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit the like button when you're done, so that the video can get through more algorithms. Okay, so make sure you hit the thumbs up video and the subscribe button. Okay, so let me give you an example. Some black people not wanting to stand and say the Pledge of Allegiance. Do y'all think that that's wrong? That that's disrespectful to not want to pledge allegiance to a flag? Which I don't know if it's the flag, but I mean it says the flag, but are you really pledging allegiance to an inanimate object? You know, it's a flag. That's like saying I pledge allegiance to a car. You know. So do you know what? Do y'all think it's offensive that, you know, if some black people don't want to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag? You know, do y'all think it's offensive? And if so, why? Why do you find it offensive if some black people don't want to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag? You know, it's not, you know, it's kind of like, if you do find it offensive, I want to know why. Because, and I want to know why you don't understand why some black people don't want to stand, don't want to pledge allegiance to the flag. Do you know the history of what the flag represents and what America represented, you know, to, you know, black Americans? Do you really know the true history? And I know y'all say, and then, you know, I know a lot of y'all want to say, you know, leave it in the past, but you want black people to leave the trauma and what happened in the past, even though a lot of it is still happening today. So it is still happening today, where blacks are, you know, being killed, you know, recklessly, you know, by the police officers, and they are harassed, you know, by, you know, other people and stuff. So, you know, why is it that we're you know, told to leave it in the past, but a lot of the stuff that's tied to racism from the past is celebrated as a reminder? Isn't 4th of July a reminder of some sort of war or something, where, you know, black people, they didn't even want us in the war, you know, and then they wanted us to fight, and then they didn't even want to give us uniforms and boots. Still didn't. Even after the Civil War, black people treated horribly. So that's what I'm saying. You know, why do you find it offensive if some black people don't want to stand and pledge allegiance to the flag? And then I know a lot of y'all say, well, you need to go back to your country. Well, what country? Because we're black Americans. We are ancestors of slaves that were stolen from another country. So, you know, we were born here, raised here. This is our country. You know, so, you know, the reason why we having this discussion is because President Trump is undoing a lot of things, and it looks like he's trying to dismantle the power that the LGBTQ alphabet community have. Transgender stuff. It's too much power. I know, because all one of them have to do is say something. All one of them have to do is say you said something that they didn't like, or you said something that really didn't have anything to do with them, or they are listening to something that you're listening to. They're hearing something you listen to, and I'll tell y'all about that, and call a report, and you lose your job. So, but I think in dismantling that, where, I think that it's dismantling a lot of protections and help that the black community, black people get. Because if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't get the opportunity to get it. You ever heard that saying? It's all about who you know. There's a guy that does chocolates. It's a black guy. He does fancy chocolates, and he has now gotten his product somewhere. I forgot, but it was a big deal. And I said, and then he, and it's somebody, another manufacturer's company is going to manufacture it for him, and he got an opportunity, and it's a big deal. I forgot what it was, but I was like, what? So I direct messaged him, and I asked him, who did you use, or who did you go through to get your to find a manufacturer your product? Because I want to go through a private manufacturer to make all of my popcorn, so that I can open a shop, and I don't have to make the popcorn. And then it opened up more opportunities for me to approach HEB and say, I'd like, can y'all, would y'all be interested in carrying my popcorn? So I asked him, and he said, oh, I had a friend that knew somebody, and he got me in touch with that friend that knew. I had a friend that knew somebody, and he put me in contact with this person. And I said, oh, okay, so because I would like to do that for my popcorn, going through direct. He said, yeah. He said, all you have to do is try to find a manufacturer that manufactures popcorn. He didn't try to help me. He just told me to try to find a man. Well, I already know that. But how do you know that the manufacturer you use don't manufacture popcorn? How do you know that? Why couldn't you give me who you used, who you went through? Why couldn't you tell your friend, help me? Hey, I know somebody who do need some help. Can you contact her and see what she talk about, and see if you can help? So it was about who he knew. So with President Trump dismantling the DEI, it's going to affect black Americans more than anything. Why? Because it removes opportunities. It removes opportunities, from us that we get, that we don't have a chance to get if we don't know somebody, or if somebody don't stand up and say, hey, look, these people got to work too. Y'all need to give them an opportunity too. It's not just putting no application in on no resume. A lot of times these big jobs, big fancy jobs, it is about who you know. And it is about, trying to include diversity, because if you don't have diversity included, then these people may never have an opportunity to have a good job, and and stuff like that. So I want to know how black people feel like they're faring in America. Not because you got a good job. That's you an individual. We're talking about as a whole. As a whole, do black people, do you believe that you are faring just as well? Do you believe that you have the same opportunities that other races have? I don't. You don't. And one person can make it out and go, I made it out. You are the minority of the minority. You're not the majority of anything. You're not the majority of anything. You're the minority of the minority. You got the opportunity because somebody said, well, we gotta hire black, so might as well hire him. That's how you made it out. But that's not necessarily how it goes for everybody. You can't two black people making it out of 20 them two cannot stand up and say, well, if I made it out, if I did it, you do it too. All you gotta do is work hard. No, somebody they gave you a job because of the DEI. Not saying that you didn't qualify or you weren't good as the next person, but most likely you got the job because of the DEI thing. It wasn't because, they wanted to be fair and give you an opportunity, because, it was because of the DEI. So you can't, y'all two that made it out of the 20 can't look around at other black people and say, oh, y'all lazy. Y'all ain't try hard. Y'all ain't work hard. That you can't say that. Because I'm going to tell you something about me. I've been doing my business for 20 years. Over 20 years. And as good as my product is, and my personality and able to sell, I could sell ice to a Eskimo. I'm telling you, as good as that is, I am not where I should be. And any of my customers will tell you, Ms. Rhonda, you should have been blew up. You should have been blew up. I should have been blew up. I should have been blew up. Okay? But I haven't. And I can only go so far as what my knowledge can take me. I can only go as far as my knowledge can take me. But there are people that's out there that can help me. They can help me. But this is a dog-eat-dog world. It really is every man for himself. I'm finding that out, y'all. I'm telling you. So do y'all think how do y'all think that black Americans are faring in America? Do you really believe that we get the same opportunities? And I think people misunderstand the word opportunity. Opportunity is just, I think people misunderstand it. To get the opportunity means that Shark Tank comes to town. Shark Tank comes to town. Y'all remember Shark Tank comes to town. And they only going to take so many people. They're only going to take so many people to pitch their idea in front of him. That opportunity is not going to come to everybody. And then when you get the opportunity to stand in front of them, it's not going to be a guarantee that they're going to invest in your business and blow you up. It's not. I've heard some horror stories, actually, with some of the sharks, But just because you hear of an opportunity that Shark Tank is coming doesn't mean you're going to get the opportunity to actually be picked in order to pitch your product, and doesn't mean that you're going to be one that can work a deal out with them. So I think the word opportunity, people are making it to mean one thing when it means, when it doesn't mean that. I have not had the opportunity to have a chance at something big with my business because I don't know anybody that knows somebody. You got to know somebody that hooked you up. And, and people don't take opportunities to help you either. People don't really take opportunities to really, really help you. So to remove the DEI from and dismantle the civil rights laws and stuff is it's really going to affect people tremendously. It's just black people. It's going to affect us. It's going to affect us in a real bad way. So how do y'all think how do you think black people fare? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button. How do you think blacks in America are being honest? Don't look at the celebrities. Because the rappers, we all know what they had to do to get their success. The rappers, we already know what it's all coming out. It's just low down, disgusting, and we already know what they had to do to get their success. And so don't count them. Don't count them. We're talking about regular people that blew up with a company, with a company in the business, a company or a business or something, where they got help from America. They got help from the government, the government. They got grants to actually start their business and stuff. It could be 10,000 people come in the comments and say, well, I got a grant. 10,000 black people, I got a grant to open my business. How much did you get? Number one, how much did you get? And 10,000 out of billions of black people in America, that 10,000 ain't nothing. That's a minority of the minority. Okay? So, anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments, let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you think blacks are faring in America? Do you think that we can do better somewhere else? I personally, I'm ready to move out of America. I've been ready to go. Do you think? So tell me what your thoughts are. How do you think blacks are faring? How are you faring in America? Being black. How do you think you're faring in America? Do you feel like you get the same, opportunity to move up in your job, in your company? Honestly, fairly, do you think that they look at you the same as they look at other people and say y'all are equal? Do you believe that? Tell me what your thoughts are, because I want to know. Because we might have to do a second video on this, because this is a real issue. It's a real discussion. It's a real problem, especially if President Trump is removing removing the help that was protecting black people, and well, we can get a fair share. If he's removing all that, that's not good. So tell me what your thoughts are. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, so that the video can move up in the algorithm. Subscribe and hit notification bell. All right, and tell me what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for listening. Leave the comments open, and God bless you. Have a good day.